Yeah, welcome to another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth with your host, the Fifth General and Zacchaeus. What's
Yeah,
going on,
yeah.
Zacchaeus? What up?
Good to
What up,
be
man?
here. What's up? It's good to be here. Yeah, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
man. All right. Yeah, man.
Want to give a special shout out to all the people who supported last episode. The views are up
Yes, thank you so
compared to what they
much.
usually are. Some people get a lot more than what we get, but hey, we thank those for the small victories. There's still a victory. We still value it.
Yes.
All right.
I really appreciate that. Coming
Much
in, just smash
appreciated.
that like button if you're coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for tuning into our show. Thank you so much. Really
Exactly.
appreciate it. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
You
Yeah.
know, one of the this podcast has definitely been on a journey. We started it back in 2017. We did audio
Mhm.
for so many years, but we just started doing video. So a lot of people are not used to us doing video.
No.
But now that people are seeing us do video, I'm starting to see more YouTube attention. But shout out to everybody who supported the show on streaming platforms, iTunes,
Yes.
Spotify, Audio Mac. Y'all been supporting this since
Mm.
the beginning.
Yes, thank you so
And
much.
and shout outs to our new YouTube followers, subscribers. Hit the like button,
Yes.
subscribe. Mrs. Z and the home of Mrs. Z and Fifth
Fifth.
podcast is
Yes.
at Fifth General
Fifth
TV.
General TV.
All right.
Yes. Fifth General TV.
All right,
Mhm.
so tonight we're gonna get into a topic, video that has gone viral. Is being a good man enough? All right, in the dating world. But first, we're gonna start off with some politics real quick. Zacchaeus, you want to start us off, man? You pulled off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ron DeSantis of that. What's grabbed my attention? I'm gonna just share with the audience. Ron DeSantis from governor of Florida has just announced that he wanted to ban African American studies in high schools.
Florida High. Yeah.
Florida high schools, in Florida high schools. Now, according to some of the videos and sources, he was stating that because the reason why for his announcement and his ban, because the queer, he said the LGBT community has a hold on it. They're trying to push their curriculum in it.
Mhm.
And he's stating that he wants to ban it due to that factor.
Mhm.
Now, this is my opinion, and this is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
He's using that
Yeah.
LGBT community to
Mhm.
ban it all. He's using that as an excuse to ban it altogether. Because the thing is this: when it comes to African American studies,
Mhm.
now I've witnessed that they don't teach a lot of it. They teach it, but it's only a touch up. Like they will bring up Dr. King, Rosa Parks, and then they go into and then before then they will just go into slavery.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, our history is so broad and so wide that is
Yeah.
way beyond.
Mhm.
Even if Dr. King was living today, he said it doesn't stop with me. It could the history of African American history. We built this country. It goes way beyond.
Absolutely.
It goes way beyond what they teach us anyway. But because we're supposed to be teaching our kids anyway. That's number one. Number two, it's just an excuse to downgrade and to push out, and they want us black people to just have nothing. They have no history about themselves. That's it. Just keep them with no history about themselves, or they just call them Black American, and that's it. No history, no trace of history. No, so they use certain things as an excuse to keep that curriculum out. So
I'm gonna share my sense here. So this is
yes,
according to theguardian.com. It
yes,
says DeSantis, a one-time Donald Trump ally, plays an active role in stoking social and political anxieties, primarily among white Americans, that stem from conversations about race and gender that occur on K-12 public school campuses. In April 2022, he signed the Stop Woke Act, which severely limits race-based discussions at schools. So let's get into that. Race-based discussions, Black history is two different things. He's using this as a means to, like you said, ban African American studies because what part of Black studies is the role that white supremacy played in slavery. This is something that brings on white guilt. Okay? And so that's one of the reasons why they want to stand up, why he wants to stand up against that. He ain't the only one. Okay? I've been hearing this for a long time. Me and you grew up in America going to public schools. Your time and we're from two different generations, but guess what? We both experienced a lack of Black studies teaching in our lives in public school. Okay?
Yes.
To get African American studies, I had to go to college for that.
Yeah, yes.
Okay?
Yes, I had to learn on my own. Yes.
I had to, right. Besides, I learned on my own. Thank God for my mother having Black consciousness by awakening me at an early age. But as far as from a curriculum standpoint, I had to go to college for that. Okay? Anyway, so one of the things that you see here is there's an ongoing mentality. It's interesting how they mentioned that he was a Trump ally. Go figure. You know? So this is according to the article that you sent me. The thing is, it's conflated, right? For years we have seen news come forward within the last, I'd say 10 to 15 years, books being rewritten of Black history where they would take out the word slave and they would say words like worker, employee. There was a lot of lying going on, obviously, in a lot of these textbooks, you know what I'm saying, that taught history. But I don't think this is going to stop because this is what happened on my life. We learned about white history. Now, they call it American history.
American history, yeah.
But they only call American history that involves white people doing things that of excellence. So they'll talk about the presidents, right? And they'll crap on Lincoln, you know, because Lincoln was part of the Emancipation Proclamation, you know, portions of it, right? But they'll talk about Lincoln, but they'll crap on him, you know. They'll do that, right? They'll talk about the Union, the Confederate. They'll talk about that. They'll talk about the American Revolutionary War, Civil War, Gettysburg. They'll talk about the Holocaust. They'll talk about, they have Native American studies in certain regions of the nation that are required to certain students, okay?
Yes.
Nobody has a problem with that.
Nope.
I don't have a problem with that. The thing is, if you're going to tell history, tell it all. The history of Black people is American history because, like you said, Black people have built this nation.
That's right. Yes.
Cotton made America rich. Okay? Now, people want to talk about, you know, they were throwing tea in the water to rebel against the English so they could be independent. Yeah, that's history too, but understand, also part of history is how America got rich off of cotton and who they used to picket were Blacks and Native Americans who were already here. And those Native Americans look like me and you. Now, they want to keep that history away from us too.
See,
okay, now there's a book called The Black Indians.
I think I'm familiar. Yeah.
Right now, that's not taught in school. What they teach us is $5 Indians. Where for $5 they bought their citizenship to now say, "Oh, we Indians."
Yeah.
And now here we are to this day where you have people who look about as white as a blank sheet of paper, but own casinos, talking about I'm Native American, I'm part I'm part Cherokee somewhere.
Cherokee,
maybe Grand Cherokee Jeep, but not real Cherokee. You know what I'm saying? So you know, so they won't teach that. I mentioned the Black Indians because there were Black people who were already here. I believe my lineage tracks back to Black people who were already here before the slave ship.
Wow.
From the great migration of black people who have populated the world from biblical times when the Israelites traveled the nation.
The nation,
okay?
yes.
So I believe I'm a descendant of that. Heritage wise, yes, Africa. Yes. We all come from Africa from a heritage standpoint. But from a lineage standpoint, our nations are kind of scattered around. But at the end of the day, they always have an issue because anytime you talk about black history, I forgot who said this, but somebody said the deeper you go in black history, the more you see that that racism played a role.
Oh, yes.
And we know who that racism comes from.
Yes.
Now some would debate me and say, well, what about the history of slavery that tracks back to some African kingdoms selling their slaves? Talk about that too, because at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, there were some who were willing, and then there were some who were not willing. They don't tell that story, Heather. There were Africans of whatever their tribes were coming to bring back their fellow tribesmen and women back to the homeland. They don't talk about that. There was an actual ship of Africans that went and tried to and rebelled. Fought. I'll just say fought. Right? Fought back slave traders and said, y'all coming back home. They don't tell that story. That exists in history too. I'd like that to be talked about in schools.
Right. Slave traders, yeah.
And then you had those, sadly, who, once they realized slavery was a death sentence,
yes,
that they walked themselves right back into the water and drowned.
Commit suicide, yes.
Because they rather be dead than
a slave.
Than to be a slave. Because being a slave, you're already dead.
You're already dead.
You were just the walking dead. Okay?
Walking dead, that's it.
So you got to tell that history too.
Yeah.
You have to. Okay?
Yeah.
If this is American history, and then also we teach world history in schools,
yes.
And this is both American and world history.
World history, yes.
A proper, factual, transatlantic slave history, and then let's go before that.
Yes.
Because not everything was slavery. Let's talk about the rulership of the Moors. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about many of the
Moors kingdom.
Right. Let's talk about many of the tribes who did plenty of things before those who knew about it came here. Right here on Plymouth
Nubia, the kingdom of Nubia, Kanch, exactly. Kush, the Kush kingdom.
Kushites.
The Kushite, the Kush kingdom.
Egypt's history. Because Egypt left black and came back Arab. So you got to explain that history too.
You got to get back history too, yes.
How about that?
Yes.
Anyway, I'm done with that. Zacchaeus, I'm going to hand it back to you, man. Any last words on this?
Yes. And that's why I love teaching my kids because can depend on the system to teach your kids.
No.
The history. It's good to teach them where the lineage are from, where they come from. And it's good. And I taught my kids. I was teaching my kids. I remember teaching my kids. The history did not begin with slavery.
Yeah.
We were kings and queens, and we began that way. We were kings and queens in a continent, because some people like to say Africa like as a country. In the continent of Africa.
Yep.
Okay? The continent. Yeah. So we do a disservice when we depend on the system, and you have people like not only DeSantis, but people like that say, listen, we're gonna just knock it out of school. So, and it's sad to see that some of our young people that they're really lost, and some are eager to learn, but a lot of them are just, the parents don't teach them. And it's sad to see that, because if you don't know where you come from, how are you gonna know where you're going?
How you going?
How are you gonna know how you gonna know where you go to reach for. Some people say, "Oh, forget it. That's the past." Yes, it's the past, but it's also good to look in the past so you can go forward and reach for your goals in the future. Reach for your goals in the future, like building, like helping us. Like this is why we don't support our. We need to support our businesses, black businesses. Need to support maybe some black institutions. Yes. Support businesses, support us. Yes, man.
This is my opinion. I believe the public school system is a indoctrination system for all citizens, not just black citizens. It just affects us the most because of the policies and things that were put in place so many years ago. And even though some policies have been abolished, the remnants of those policies that happened in the past still in effect to this day. So it just affects us more than white Americans. But white Americans have been robbed of factual history too. And that's not fair.
Yes.
That's not fair.
Right.
So I urge all citizens to
learn your history.
To destroy this old public school system and replace it with an equal school system. Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So that's enough of that. And you know what? We'll pay attention to this stuff because what affects one state can affect all. Sometimes it starts in one place.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then it becomes federalized. You know?
Right.
So you gotta watch out for that. I want to get into something.
Yeah.
This video has gone viral. It was a podcast. I don't know what the podcast is. I want to give credit to it, but I don't know. But for those who know, give them a shout out. Women were on a panel discussing if a good man was enough. One had a pro, one had a con. Let's get into it.
Women can talk her out of a relationship. You can talk. We do that.
Yes,
we will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough to stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily, like he's a good man.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And right. Maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor. Like he could be funny, but he's not funny.
And that's why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man, because he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out. Sometimes a woman can talk.
Okay. Let's bring it back to me and you. And I'm gonna go back to the clip because we're gonna break it down. She said some women will talk themselves out of a good man.
That's true.
She mentioned, the other woman mentioned, I'm gonna say something that's gonna go left, but I don't believe being a good man is enough. And so let's break it down, right? Now, the other woman with the short hair, she said, yeah, he got everything, but he corny. Now, one of the things, the reason why I think a woman like that would say stuff like this, but I'm gonna be also fair. Yes, quote unquote, what's a good person? What's a good man? What is a good woman? Right? Good is a subjective word. You could you could be good at sports, but bad in cooking. You could be great in math, but bad in athletics. Right? So let's break it down. Good. Let's say a man is a good, mild mannered, and when I mean mild mannered, I mean like he watches his temper. You know what I'm saying? Not drawing too much attention to him. Has respect, right?
Yeah,
He has manners. I'll just say that he has good manners. He also has good habits. Respectable guy. He's respected by his family and his friends and groups that he affiliates with. Treats women with respect. Holds the door open. Does all that chivalry stuff. Is a working man. Knows how to take care of himself. Right? Take care of himself. Wants probably marriage for his life. Children at the right time. Honorable. Maintenance, well kept, takes care of his hair, beard, all that. Hygiene, good, all that, right? But he only has an average salary, in America, between 40 to 50,000 a year, right? In cities such as maybe Houston, Dallas, Atlanta, right? We ain't talking New York and LA, no. But I'll just say, I'll just say, Houston, Atlanta, right? Houston, Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Charlotte, those type of cities, right? Anybody who understands finances know that a place where the cost of living is decent, a man can take care of himself, have at least an apartment,
yes,
a steady job, and a car.
Yes.
So he can take care of himself. When he gets disrespected is when he could only take care of himself. So now he can't take a woman that he wants to marry out the workforce. So that woman would still have to work. God forbid. God forbid an adult has to work, right?
Yeah.
God forbid.
Yeah.
Even though the Bible says, if you don't work, you don't eat.
You don't eat, yeah.
I'm only going to hold believers accountable for that word because people in the world, they don't care about the Bible. They don't care about Jesus. They don't care about none of that, right?
Right.
They don't care. That doesn't matter to them. That work, what's that? The world doesn't care about that. But I'm talking to my believers.
Yes.
Right? God forbid you have to work, right? As an adult, right? Now, a woman will say that's not good enough. A woman will say that's not good enough. Now, the woman on the video said she don't rock with his humor, so I guess he ain't funny. So
Right.
Say another man comes along. YouTube talking points these days, TikTok talking points. The man got 6 figures, right? After taxes, he got 6 figures after taxes. Because if you got $100,000 before taxes, then you're gonna have about 75 after taxes, depending on where you live, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or 80. I don't know. Depending on your tax brackets are a lot stricter when you go up, and certain places have city, state, and federal taxes, right? Anyway.
Yes.
So he's got that. He's got a nice car, nice house. He's a finished product. He's not a man that a woman, worked with and was shooting jumpers with him in the gym. He's a quote unquote finished project. You know what I'm saying? He came out, he came out the microwave. You know what I mean? He came out the microwave. The food's already ready. She went through the drive-through, ordered Roof Chris from the drive-through, and that's what came out. Okay. Anyway, now the man. He don't make you laugh. So hold on. This man had everything. The other guy who was an average earner, he made you laugh till you cried.
Right.
But he was too broke for you. The other woman, I'm gonna give you the mic, Zacchaeus. The other woman said,
"Take your time.
Here we go with this mess." You know what I'm saying? This is why women are out here. She said, "This is why modern women, to be correct, are out here." Because they thought all that was cute down in the right man because they were too busy looking for something that they wanted, but it really wasn't what they needed.
Right.
And now they 40 with cats.
Yep.
Now she rebutted and said maybe that's what they like. Hey, darling, you can have whatever you like. And if you feel like you don't want to settle, that's cool.
That's right.
A long time ago, a magazine or whatever said that women can have it all. The reason why the first woman with the short hair said what she said is because she is from that generation of people that taught women could have it all.
Right.
And some women are all or nothing. Well, if he ain't got all of that, then I don't want him at all. Throw the whole man away. Meanwhile, okay, throw the whole man away. Congratulations. Okay. You've earned congratulations. You've earned you've earned the right to be by yourself. Listen, if you want to die alone, just say that.
Hey.
Zacchaeus, I'm going to hand you the mic.
I'm going to be honest with you. Ladies and gentlemen, some people are unrealistic. Some of us are delusional. And some of us think that they want to, some women want a fantasy. They want the man to make 6 figures. They want the man to be humorous. They want the man to be like a Superman. I'm not just, I'm not gonna say that song, but anyway, they want they want the man to be a Superman. In other words, take care of everything. Yeah, it's good for a man to be a leader and take over because we're made to lead. But on the same token, you want him to have make 6, 7 figures out the box and just put that on the table. Forget about his character. Forget about his the way how he treats you, the way how he makes you feel. And that's why they're single, because the priorities are all messed up and all backwards. How about getting with somebody that you're happy? I won't say the word happy. I will say that makes you enjoy their company. That's the proper thing to say. Enjoy their company. You just love being around them, and you enjoy just spending time. The illusion that some of women have is that, and they can be 40 years old, pushing 40, no kids yet, no
marriage, nothing.
no, never been married before. Yeah, of course, a lot of them put their career first. They put their career first.
Got a nice big empty house.
And a nice big empty house.
And nobody to share it with.
And the only thing you can think about is pets at this point.
Yeah.
Because
house smell like cat food.
Yeah, because you expect a man, because he ain't got this. Okay, he may lacking in this. Okay, because he's lacking in finances. I understand finances is important too. And don't you have finances where you can just say, you know what, maybe I can. Those are the ones that get married. These are the women that get married. I'll work with you. Oh, you're making $47,000 a year? I bring my finance, you bring your finance. Now we have finances together. Yeah.
Now we have 6 figures.
Now we have 6 figures together.
Collectively, yeah.
Collectively. And now I enjoy company so much. I enjoy company. I love his character. He has great character. I enjoy his company. He makes me laugh. I enjoy his company so much that we can actually build together. Okay? Build together. You can't, if you're looking at my finances and asking me if I'm making 6 and what I do for a living, no, you can ask me what I do for a living, but just solely concentrating on, because I'm not making 6 figures, so you can just push me aside and go after somebody and assuming that, I'm going to meet somebody go online and hoping to meet somebody that's making 6 figures, or go online and hoping to meet somebody that's making 7 figures and be like, okay, yeah, he'll give me that because I'm beautiful and I'm special. Sister, we gotta stop thinking delusional. We gotta start thinking realistic. How about building with somebody? How about getting to know them? How about watching their character? How about maybe looking at the way how he treats me? How about those things? And then you can get to well, how we can build collectively. Sometimes
But you're describing a wise woman though. Most of these modern women are not wise.
Well, you know what?
Their opinions and their tastes go by whatever their emotion is, whatever their emotions are at the time. So what's going to happen is in 10 years, I don't know how old this woman is, in 10 years, her opinion, if she didn't get what she wanted, right? If she didn't get what she wanted, her opinion will be different. Her standards will probably drop. She'll go from I want a man with 100,000 or more to I want a man with a heartbeat. Okay, so that might actually end up being a situation. But let me say this, and let me play more of the video. Right? Let's go back. Let's go back because I want to. If I miss something, let's go back. Okay, beautiful women too, though. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Beautiful women, both of them. Let's play it.
Out of a relationship, you can talk. We do that.
Yes,
we will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough.
Not enough for her, right? Let's keep going.
Not enough for her.
To stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around.
Now, this woman right here gets it. This woman right here gets it. Okay?
Right.
It's the sister right here. Right? Let's play more.
That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily, like he's a good man.
Now, the reason why I say she gets it is because she went under the surface. The woman with the short hair talked about the surface. She was talking about underneath the surface, beneath the surface.
Right.
Okay? She's talking about some things that are substantial, that she values, that she understands what she means when she says a good man. Okay?
A good man.
Let's keep playing.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor. Like he could be funny, but he's not funny.
And that's why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man because he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out.
Now,
sometimes a woman can talk.
Okay, now I'm done with that. See, look. Shout outs to the sister dressed in all black.
Yeah.
Hey, the woman in the middle look good too. Shout outs to I don't know who she is. Listen, I don't know who you ladies are, but y'all some good looking women. It'd be a shame to let that go to waste. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But hey, man, I'm not knocking people for having their preferences. I'm not.
Yeah.
But guess what? If your preference is unrealistic, you could miss out. But then I'll also say, ladies, right? You have to pick something. If not every woman is qualified, like for instance, qualification, right? I may want a mansion, but my salary says I'm not qualified for it. If I go to a company for a loan for $1 million house, they're gonna be like Mr. Fifth, you don't qualify for this house, but I want it.
Right.
Yeah. But you don't qualify, sir. But I was told I could have it. Sir, you were told wrong.
Right.
Okay, Mr. Fifth. Mr. Fifth, maybe you need to look at a house that's under 500,000, Mr. Fifth.
Right.
You qualify for that, sir. Your credit score, and you qualify for that, sir, but you don't qualify for this $1 million home.
Right.
That's okay. Now, say I want that $1 million home. I didn't qualify at the time. I had to work for it.
Right.
I had to work for that $1 million home. How many women are willing to work for that $1 million man?
No, none.
None.
You know why? Because they're living.
Oh, and there's not many of them. Just like
there's a few.
It's a percentage. Just like mansions. Mansions, $1 million homes are a percentage of the earth. Right. Just like $1 million men and $1 million women are only a certain percentage of the world. That's not the norm.
Yes.
Right?
And some people face reality and say, listen, that money is a big factor, but it's not everything. And it's not the whole puzzle. Because now she said a good man is not good enough. And I can understand she's not compatible. Sometimes you find somebody that's good, but they're not compatible with you. I understand that, but now when she says that a good man is not good enough, he has to bring more. Mm-hmm. Meaning is, I'm the conclusion I'm coming with is that his money he's got to come with a big bags. Now,
well, if we're just sticking with what she said, he got everything, but he don't make her laugh. So she's gonna throw the whole man away because. He's not Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, or or Eddie Murphy funny.
But how about this? How about this, my sister? How about hardworking man? No, he doesn't make six figures. He makes about 55,000 a year. 50. In an
affordable city. In an affordable city.
Affordable city. Yep. And all he wants to do is to get married, eventually have a family, and eventually have a home where he could call his own.
Yep.
And have a simple woman, a woman that's supportive. A woman that's supportive. And he's and another thing too, he's ambitious minded. He's goal oriented. How about those? Would you accept a man like that? Of course, you have to have sense of humor. He makes you laugh.
She wouldn't though, but she wouldn't.
So this is why a lot of the women, by the time they hit late 40s, some of the women, by the time they hit late 40s and pushing 50s, and then they scratch their head and they're like, I'm been online. They go online. And they realize that time has flown. I'm still sitting here with no ring on my finger. Well, I will say no ring on my finger, but no one I come home to an empty place.
Women have character matters, right?
Yes, that's a big factor, character. And they just, and sometimes they're just living in the unrealistic. So it's got some men too that live unrealistic too. But now we're talking about women.
Absolutely. Let's get into the men real quick. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Go ahead. Finish your thought. My bad. I don't need to cut you.
Yes, and they have some men that live unrealistic too. They're delusional. They want to go after a model. They want to go after. I mean, now they may remind you he's a heavy set chubba wubby kind of dude, but he wants a model. He wants and I met men like that. They want a fine woman. Oh, they want.
I'm gonna name the delusion. I'll name the delusion for.
Go ahead.
For men and women.
Yes, go ahead.
To be fair, because I know women are listening. There are men out here who weigh about as much as Big Pun. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yes.
Right, but they want a woman who's built like Jennifer Lopez. That's not gonna happen, man. That's not gonna happen. You can't be 300, 400 plus pounds. Talking about you want your woman to be 110. You might dang near crush her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You triple her weight, right? Woo. So that is an example of an unrealistic man.
Yes.
An unrealistic woman wants a man to be everything, and I mean everything.
Yes.
Like you said, a Superman millionaire. Oh, by the way, Superman wasn't even a millionaire. He worked at the newspaper. He was a journalist. So but he still bagged Lois, and Lois worked. And Lois worked. Yeah. Lois had a job.
She had a job.
You know what I'm saying? But he was the ultimate protector.
Mm-hmm.
Faster than a speeding bullet, stronger than a locomotive, and could fly. So he was rich, and he was rich with his physical powers. Right? Then there's Batman. Batman ain't got no physical powers, but he got a lot of money. But Batman is not a one-woman man.
Nope.
Okay? Nope. The man done had Talia al Ghul, Catwoman. He had Wonder Woman at some point. He had a lot of women. Okay?
Right.
He was a playboy. So, ladies, do you want Superman or do you want Bruce Wayne? Well, if you are a young Miami city girl, Diddy, he would be Bruce Wayne, Batman, because he got the bread, but she is one of many that he got.
Right, one of many.
You know what I'm saying? He got other girls. He had a baby. Matter of fact, he just had one had a baby.
Yeah. And let me tell you something.
Now, I'm not saying every man with money does this, but what I'm saying is ladies will choose that.
Yes.
You know, women who, for the love of money, that's why the Bible says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And those type of women will take a man with that type of dough and sacrifice their soul, their family, their young, just so they could have a lifestyle, because they're not chasing a man, they're chasing the lifestyle.
The lifestyle.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah,
those types.
Or guess what?
Or you got women like shout outs, rest in peace, the woman who played Myra on Family Matters.
Oh, yeah.
You have women like that who was rocking with Steve Urkel when Laura wasn't rocking with him. Right?
Y'all remember Family Matters?
Yup. Hey, listen, to Myra, Urkel was the best thing since sliced bread. Fellas, get you a Myra.
Yeah.
Get you a Myra. Forget Laura. Get you a
Myra. Yeah. Myra. Yeah. That's Steve. Steve, let me tell you something. Steve, he used to ignore Myra because he was going off to Laura.
Yeah.
He used to ignore Myra, but Myra.
Fact, I ain't gonna front. Laura's friend. Who was Laura's friend? Laura's friend was cute too. Oh shoot, I want to bag her. Remember Laura? Remember Laura had a friend. I think her friend was with Waldo Feraldo.
Yes, I remember her. Yeah, she was a little.
Hey, she looked good too. I mean, but she was loyal though. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What was her name? Maxine? I don't know what her name was.
I believe Maxine.
Something like that.
She's still. I seen her. She's still around today.
I heard she still look good.
Yes.
A video clip of them two went viral.
Yeah. Wilder got the great.
Oh yeah. But fellas, get you a Myra.
Get you a Myra. Yeah. And let me tell you something. And I wanted to say this too.
Yeah.
No, you can get a man with all the money, the big bag, 6 figures, and he'll be a P. Diddy in your life. He ain't marrying you. He's not gonna marry you.
Nope. He'll take you shopping. He'll take you shopping. He'll take you to San Tropez and the Maldives.
Jewelry, Maldives. Get all the malls. Get the nice malls. Get all the shopping bags. Get you covered, and get you all the nicest things. I don't know about a car, but he get you all the nicest things.
Oh yeah, he'll get a. He got a car.
Yeah, he'll get you a ride. Okay, he'll get you a ride.
Yeah. Yep. Meanwhile he not home. You don't see him because he with the other girl.
He's with the other girl.
Yep.
He's not. And you're wondering.
Yep. But guess what? You can't talk back. You got to stay in your place, right?
Stay in your lane.
Ladies, are you ready to stay in your place for a rich man? Like really? Hey, some will tell you they will.
Leave a comment. Ask the question and leave a comment.
Listen,
I want to hear that.
Listen, a woman who will sacrifice her principles and morals has no problem with that. Well, I'll repeat, a woman who sacrifices her morals and principles has no problem with that.
Wow.
Has no problem with an open relationship.
No.
Has no problem with that. An open marriage.
Nope.
A woman like that?
No.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah. She would accept the. She would be like, listen, I'm getting all these things. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of people out here selling their soul, man, and they're selling this. They would do it.
Yeah.
She would do it if you're that eager. Cause I know some people, they fantasize but live in a certain lifestyle. They don't want to struggle. They don't want no struggles. There's women, they don't want no type of struggles. You know, none of us want struggles, but we know that it's good to work hard yourself. It's good to work hard yourself. It's good to have your own money coming in and not depend on nobody else. It's good to have your own income coming in and not to rely on nobody else. Rely on a man to totally cover your needs and.
Well, covering your needs would be like, for instance, right? So covering needs is the necessities of the home, of the relationship, the necessities, and provision is for wives, not for girlfriends. I want to make it clear. I want to make it clear.
Yes,
scripturally, I want to make it clear.
Yes,
that provision is for marriages.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Women want provider boyfriends.
Right.
And I wonder something. How many women actually want to be wives these days? Because here's the thing about men who propose. A man who proposes, in his mind, is ready for marriage. You know why? Because he proposed. Okay? Mm-hmm. Whether he was when he got there, I don't know. But the one thing I can tell you is this. If he proposed, he definitely, in his eyes, in his heart, and whatever conversation he had with God, he felt like he was ready to make this woman his wife.
Right.
So men are more equipped and in nature are able to adapt to the idea that we know we can't have it all. We know that. Right. Okay?
Yeah, we're aware of that. Fully aware, yes.
For a list of 10 things, men will settle for good settle, not bad settle, because when women say they settle, it's a bad settle for them, but good settle. They'll take 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I like 10 things, but she takes 6. They'll 6 things. You know what I mean? She may not do that, but she do everything else that's good enough for me.
Man, they got some men, and I'm gonna just say it right here. They got some men that will settle for just 2 things.
Yeah, exactly.
2 or 3 things.
Exactly.
We'll accept where there's women, they don't want their standards. They be like, some women they got. Well, let me correct myself. Correct myself.
Yeah.
They got some women that will accept maybe about 3 things.
Okay.
2 to 3 things. They may have some. They have some women out there that will, but they have the other side of women that they will not. He's got to cover every corner, meaning that he's got to have everything in line, everything perfect, like everything got to be correct on this checklist for just to be considered. Or this is what I want. Everything got to be on the checklist, all the way down. Got to be checks on that list, all the way down. And those are the women, and we telling you, ladies and gentlemen, those are the women that are single for a long time.
Listen, there was a old video. Right, and let me see if I can find it. I think I have it on my phone somewhere. I gotta have it. Please tell me. Please. Oh, yes, I do. I want you to hear, brother. I want you to hear this. You might cry a little.
Oh, okay.
Let's plug it in.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. We on that real man time. Check this out.
If he's gonna pay 50 grand, just like that, he's a millionaire.
One question.
Let me start it from the beginning.
One question.
Let me start it from the beginning. All right. This is a show called I don't know what the heck you call this. But it's based in London, so you're gonna hear some British accents. I will play it back and forth to make sure it comes out right, okay?
He must be a millionaire. If he's gonna pay 50 grand, just like that, he's a millionaire.
One question.
Why do you care about her? Exactly. If she finds a man who's gonna look after her needs, why do you care about that?
No. It's not about religion. One question, that is it, yeah? What happens now, yeah, God forbid, if your husband gets sick and it can't work?
Then I have to find a new one.
Hey.
Okay. I'm going to play that again. You heard what she said at the end. Let's play it again.
Yes.
If he's going to pay 50 grand, just like that, he's a millionaire.
One question.
Why do you care about her? Exactly. If she finds a man who's going to look after her needs, why do you care about that?
No. It's not about religion. One question, that is it, yeah? What happens now, yeah, God forbid, if your husband gets sick and it can't work?
Then I have to find a new one.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
So for those,
she really cares about people. Wow.
Listen, for that's a self-centered, narcissistic demon.
Delusional.
Okay? So this is what I want.
Yeah.
This is what I want to say. I know it's British accents. Let me say it. He said they started off. The concept was, 50,000 in debt. Well, I gotta find him. My man is gonna pay off that 50,000 school loan debt. The women said, well, if he's gonna pay 50 grand, then he must be a millionaire. These are women talking to men. One woman defending the other woman says, what's wrong getting a man who's gonna take care of her needs? And he said, no, it's not that. He said, what if, God forbid, your husband gets sick and he can't work? She said, then I have to find a new one.
Wow. These are how some of these modern day women think.
Yeah.
And
this is England, so I don't want people to be on that. This is just American women. Get your passport. Well, if you're gonna get your passport and go to London, you're gonna run into her. So I mean, that's not gonna help. So where are you going? Anyway, go ahead, Zacchaeus.
Yeah. Like you said before, she's very delusional, narcissistic, self-centered, and she only cares about us. Then I'll find a new one. That's cold and callous to say. It's very cold and callous to say. You can't, I mean, even if I was a rich man and she said that, I would say, you know what? Let me just take my riches and just get out of here. Just leave her by herself. Exactly. Let me just leave her by herself because she belongs by herself. She don't deserve me.
No.
What I have to give for her. She don't deserve me.
No.
And there's a lot of there's some women that they think that way. The way she just stated that. She just said that. But they got some women that think like her. I'll just find a new one.
Well, and I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna blame. Now I got to get on the men for this, right?
Yeah.
Almost an hour into the show, and I'm talking about this. A lot of men have simped so hard for so many years since I was a kid. It's really hurt the game. It's enabled this narcissistic behavior to grow in women who really don't want to be equal. They want to be special and privileged. There's a difference. Jaheim had a song. He ain't the only one, but Jaheim had a song featuring Next, and you know the song. You can have everything I own. Work my fingers all the way to the bone. Na 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 na. See, now that's a problem. Now my thing is, there's nothing wrong with working hard for your family, for the right woman, right.
Okay.
And then Babyface had songs talking about, I'll pay your rent. I'll cook your dinner too. As soon as I get home from work. Come on, man. Like, what?
As soon as I get home.
You know?
Yeah, it's just a song, but listen.
Right.
I'll pay your rent. When I heard that song back in the day, when I heard that song, by Babyface, I was like, I'll pay your rent. I'll pay. Listen, I was like, okay, it's just I have to stop myself. It's just a song. It's just a song.
It's just a song. But it's a belief system.
It's a belief system, and
it's a mentality.
And let me tell you something. Yeah. Let me tell you something. They got some dudes. Mm-hmm. They got some dudes that if they had it, they will. Mm-hmm. Because she's beautiful. They'll try to cover as much things as this woman have to. They got some men that will pay. They got some men. This is what I heard back in the days too. They got some men. They had a man. It's true story. A man that paid his mistress rent and came home to his wife and was able to pay the mortgage until he got caught. He got caught.
Man, that's expensive.
Yes. And this is New York City back in the day. This is not New York City now.
No.
This is New York City back in the 90s.
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah, when apartments were still like $600, $700.
$600, $700, $600.
Right.
Now, then when I heard that Babyface song, I'll pay your rent. and I'm like, oh, wow, okay. As soon as I get home. And I'm like, and I said to myself,
yeah.
To me, okay, and today standards, if that woman is not committed to you and you're doing all that, the big definition of that man is called a simp.
Mm-hmm.
A simp.
Yeah.
And we gotta call it like it is.
Yeah.
Call it like it is. Not committed to you. She's probably fooling her with other dudes with your own money. With your money that you spend on her, and some of us men gotta wake up too. Some men, they'll go all out, and some of us simp back in the days too, and some of us did simp at one time in our life. But they got the men that they just would bend backwards and beyond the call of duty to just. Mm-hmm. And some of these women, they know that. That's why they carry on the way they do. Some of these modern women, they know that, and that's why they carry on the way they do.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to making six figures and you're making and you want the man to make seven figures, and I heard this. Yeah. This is what I heard before I give you the mic, Fifth. I heard.
Yeah.
Now a lot of these women sometimes they go after athletes.
Okay.
Go after athletes. They go after the superstar. Artists.
We're gonna go a little overtime with that because I got something to say about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they go after them with the delusion that these guys will cover everything. No, true story.
Yeah,
true story. I forgot the football player. This is a story I heard a while ago. NFL player. He was covering everything at one point.
Yeah,
and then she turned around and told, and then but this man was smart. He said, "Listen. I don't want to cover you for everything. At least let me give you some money so you can start a business for yourself.
Okay.
And don't have to rely on me."
Okay.
She turned around and said, you know what she did with the money? She shopped it away. She shopped it away. She splurge and spend.
No.
And they come and because of that, he's come to the conclusion that I didn't meet a wife, I met a knife. Now, what I mean by knife is that.
Hey, say that again. Say it again, please.
I didn't meet a wife. I met a knife. I met a knife.
Oh my God! Hold on. No, keep going, and I'm gonna ask you to bring it back. I gotta play something.
Because the thing is this: you can't just totally rely on. If there's a man has vision, a man has vision, and when he has vision. And if you're going to date a man that's an NFL player, NBA player, and he has vision, and he's going to set you up with your own business, and then you're going to go, because you remember the mentality of some of these delusional women is that he covers everything. And when you don't have the mentality, and if your mentality is that I just want him for the bag, you're gonna go with this when you meet this superstar, this athlete. You're gonna go in with the same mentality. You're gonna go in with the same mentality of having this man cover everything, and then bragging to your friends that, oh, my man can cover everything. He can cover this. He can cover that. He can cover this.
And he said he didn't meet a what? Say it again.
And he said, I didn't meet. And then the conclusion this man came with. He said, I didn't meet a wife. I met a knife.
Let's go. Come on now. What?
Yes. That means, what I mean by knife, ladies and gentlemen, means that she doesn't add on to his, she doesn't add on to his finances. She takes away from his finances. Take away, the meaning that she's not a prudent, wise woman. She's a woman that was, if you're out, down and out, hello, I know I'm speaking to some people out there. If you're a woman, if you're down and out,
come on now.
If there got some athletes that don't know how to spend money wisely. So when you're down and out, she's down and out. She'll be out the door.
Yeah, she'll be out the door. Yeah.
She'll be out the door.
Just like the woman in the video said, I have to get a new one.
I have to, yeah, just like the woman in England that said, I have to get, if he's sick and he can't make the money no more, I just have to find a new one.
Listen, man, for better for worse, sickness and health.
Yes.
Original poorer. They're just words to people, man. They're just words.
They're just words. It doesn't mean that they don't honor God. When they say those words, they don't honor God. Maybe we'll do a video with that about that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do another video about that. Yes.
Absolutely.
And in time. They're just words, and they don't. A lot of people, they get married and they come with the delusion that they don't even stick to the words.
Mm-mm.
What it said before the pulpit when the pastor said, "For better or worse, in sickness and health."
Yeah.
Guess what? When the going gets tough, they get going.
Exactly.
That's just the man and the woman. Yes. They get when the going gets tough.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez. He's like, pew, pew. He's like, what? Looney Tunes. Pew.
Yeah. Yeah, but here's the thing I want to talk. Here's what I want to say to accomplished men, financial accomplished men. I don't want to teach fear, but I want you to keep your ears to God and follow his lead, because you could end up with a woman like that video, like that audio I played where she said I have to get a new one. You could end up like with that. You don't want that.
No, you don't want that.
You want somebody who's still going to be with you if you lost all of that.
Yes.
That's a real woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yes. Yes. Of course. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So
guys, you got to be careful, man.
So
women,
I wanted to give an opinion on that.
Yeah.
So one of the things that women make a mistake on, right? So social media, right? I think social media is the devil. But the one thing social media has done, at least for what we do, is we use it in a positive way. But social media has taught so much wrong things. Once upon a time ago, when we didn't have all of this, I didn't see all of this. When I was in the projects, man, I didn't see all of this mentality. I saw women on the bus stop, grown women, not just 18, 19, grown women, 30 something, 40 something years old. They was on the bus stop with their man in the cold.
Yes. I seen that too. Yes.
In the cold with the children, getting on a bus, or getting a cab, and having a long, successful marriage, and was able to put those kids all through college.
Yes,
are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that's what I saw. Yeah. That's what I saw when I was a kid.
Yes,
I didn't see. I look. This is what I saw with my eyes. There, I thought, because I saw that would be my future. Not waiting on a bus the whole time, but you get what I mean. Just having a solid woman. I thought, hey, that would be my future. I get me a solid woman just like that.
Yes.
Right? Man, I'm under some new challenges. Everything that I was taught, women don't. Well, sorry. Let me be for real. everything that I was taught once upon a time by the old school that women used to value, these modern women don't value it anymore. And these are women who are my age as well.
Wow.
So I'm like, well, dang, who taught y'all? Because I was taught this, but not everybody's from the old. Not everybody was taught by the old school like me. You know what I'm saying? So when I get older and I come upon some new challenges that I had to prepare myself for. I had to go into training and say, oh wow, this is what I'm up against, right? But here's the thing: I don't give my attention and my time to any old woman. I don't do that. Because I'm looking for somebody who's old school like me. You feel me? Those are the ones I give my attention time to. So I will say I must be doing something right because I'm not running into I have to get a new one type of. I'm not running into that. Like I'm not dating that. I've met that. I've met that before, but I'm not dating that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not investing in that. You know what I'm saying? So, but here's the thing: take advice from Zacchaeus. He's a married man, so he speaks from that spectrum. Take advice from me. I'm a single man, not married yet. So you hear two different perspectives. Yes. And hold both of us accountable. If something we said was wrong or if something Zacchaeus said was wrong, whatever, fine. We're humans. It is what it is.
Cool. But leave a comment.
But guess what? Guess what? We're all learning. I'm learning.
Yes.
He's learning every day in his marriage.
Yes.
So look. Always listen to wise counsel. A lot of people are not listening to wise counsel, and wisdom comes from God. I want to make that clear.
Amen.
Wisdom comes from God Himself. Okay. There are a lot of things that are not wise being taught, and people are taking it on and applying it to their lifestyle and making life permanent decisions off of it. Are you kidding me? This is serious stuff. I don't want people. Listen, I want people to get married and not get divorced. I want people to get married without the fear of divorce.
Yes. Oh, yes.
A lot of people are operating in bad faith. You know that.
I know that. Oh, yes. Yes, they go into, well, we're going to do that, not a video about divorce. They go into.
And a lot of people have poor vetting skills, right? Speak more into that, Zacchaeus, and we'll end it off.
Or vetting skills?
Yeah,
or
people have poor vetting skills. They don't know how to ask the right questions. They don't know how to take the right time. They don't know how to be in the right situation. Challenges to understand what they got the right person or not. Who they're seeking. How they're going about it in the dating world. They have poor vetting skills. They don't know what to vet. They don't know what to look for. They don't know what to ask. So they're making decisions based off just the surface alone. You know, like I'm gonna give it to you just a second. The Titanic, right? I want people to understand something. The Titanic sunk. The reason, not because they couldn't see the iceberg up top. They saw the top of the iceberg, but it was what was at the bottom of the iceberg that sunk the ship.
Yes.
It was bigger beneath the water than it was above the water. People are and people are not going. They're not going deep, man. They're staying right up here.
Okay? Right. And that has to do a lot with what's out there, what they see. A lot of us men, we go what we see first. Of course, we can look at beauty. We look at beauty because we're attracted to it. And then you're looking at social media. You see the women, shapely women, and what they're wearing, and you're not really, and you're chatting with them, and you're not really understanding, like getting into them, like getting into their mind. But you're looking at the outer. Of course, you're looking at the outer beauty, and sometimes it's just you're just looking at that. Like, oh man, girl, you looking so good. I'm just from the men's perspective. Damn, girl, your yams are good. Your yams are good, baby. Your yams are good. Your honey buns and yams are good, baby. Give me your melons are good, baby. Oh man, and you're just looking at that.
True.
And we get misguided and blinded by that. And the women now
they're looking at the wallet.
They will look at the wallet. Oh, he drives a this. Oh, look what he drives.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Girl, he got a Lambo truck.
He got a Lambo. Exactly. He got a Lambo truck. Let me find. They'll be like, let me find out. Let me find out. Look what he done. Let me find. Yo, I want to talk to you. Ooh. And they get on their social media. They chat to the guy back and forth. And we're just looking at the surface, but we're not looking at what's underneath the surface. Yeah. A lot of that going on. A whole lot of that going on. And then when we finally start dating them and meeting them, and then they hopefully get serious, but you didn't ask the right questions. You didn't ask the correct questions. Right. Sometimes we live in a world where we're living in a matrix, and sometimes we don't ask the right questions that need to be asked. So we go with this illusion that that he looks pretty. We smile at each other, but you didn't ask the right questions. Now, when you get serious and you finally get to the day of saying, "Oh, maybe I'm gonna marry you," but you never. But guess what? And she's hoping that, and women fall for this all the time. I'm gonna wrap it up this way. Mm-hmm. They date a guy, going out with a guy, dating the guy, and the one question that they fail to ask: where do you see us few years from now or 2 years from now? Do you see us walking down the aisle? Do you see us maybe having a family? Do you see us? And he ignores the question. He says, "Oh, let's go party." He ignores the question.
Can I say something real quick, and I'm gonna give it back to you?
Go ahead.
Because I want you to also break down the mind of a woman who's thinking this.
Yeah.
This is very important. When a woman, some point in a relationship, when a woman says, "Where do you see us in 5 years?"
Yes.
Is that a sign a woman is serious about you? Say it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So for the men out there who want to get married,
yes,
that's a good thing.
That's a very good thing.
But don't just stop at that. But make sure you have an answer. And women, be intentional. Get with a man who is intentional. Because a man who is intentional, a woman who is intentional, asks that question. A woman who is intentional. A man who is intentional can provide that answer. Go ahead, Zacchaeus. I don't have no more to say, but go ahead.
Yeah, man. So that's what I want to bring home. Always ask those questions, especially if always find out if she's gonna ask that question. You'll be dating a woman and this happened to guys too. Be dating a woman and you're dating her, you're courting her, you're taking her out. At this expensive inflation times, you may be taking her out, and then then when it comes to find out to her, you're just a friend. All that time you're just a friend. That's why you always good to ask questions. I have nothing to say. Enough said.
All right. Mm-hmm. This was a great episode, man.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And yeah.
No, go ahead. You about to say something?
I'm about to say something. If you like this video,
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
All right.
Like and subscribe.
Zacchaeus, let them know where they can reach you, man.
You can reach me on Instagram at Zacchaeus Music on Instagram. Also on Facebook, Wayne Bacchus 167 on Facebook. Also on Twitter at Wayne Bacchus 2 on Twitter. Also on TikTok, Wayne Bacchus Zacchaeus on TikTok. Holla at me. Blessings.
Yes, you can holler at me at The Fifth General. See it on the screen. At The Fifth General, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All right. We'll see y'all next time on another episode. Hey, we're almost at our 100th episode.
Whoa.
Episode 16. Episode 16 of season 4 would be the 100th episode of the series of Mrs. Z and Fifth podcast since it started in 2017. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up. Yeah, man.
For those who are wondering why we're getting our 100th now because we were doing 2 podcasts. That's why. We were doing this, and we were doing the Round Circle podcast.
The Round Circle
with our brother Cinemascapes. So this is why it's taken till now to reach our 100th episode. Okay.
Yes.
Right. But it doesn't matter how long it took, as long as we got here, and many more.
We got here. Yes.
All right. So we're gonna get up out of here. All right. We'll see y'all next time. This is another episode of Mrs. C and Fifth saying peace.
Peace.
See you next time.
Next time.
All right.